Welcome back, bigots! I got another fun-filled video for you here, and I'm going to be reading bits and pieces of an article from That Park Place that was written by the fantastic John F. Trent, titled, After Alan Wake 2 failed to turn a profit, Games' senior community manager calls for bigots to be removed from gaming communities. Well, good luck with that. I plan on just reading some funny tweets that backfire almost immediately, and you'll see why momentarily. First, let's get to Daniel. Let's see what Daniel has to say. It's going to be bad. Fair warning. The comments around Concord from right-wing gamers shows the power of collective self-deception. If you say delusional stuff about DEI enough times and build a conspiracy-focused narrative, they start seeing that false narrative everywhere. So, it's a figment of our imagination that we're seeing, that we're noticing. We're noticing a behavioral pattern, but that is the figment of our imagination, says Daniel. Gotcha. So we're going to circle back to that gem, by the way. We're going to circle back to it at the end of the video because it serves a purpose, and you'll see why momentarily. But first, let's hear what other asinine comments Daniel has to say, like this comment. And of course, the underlying emotional response is just standard bigotry and nothing new. Except now, there are grifters. I like that word, by the way. They're using that a lot recently. Anyway, putting on a 4-act stage play about how capital owners have gone woke and therefore no longer care about the profit motive for some reason. I love how flippant he's trying to be about this, but it's still so obvious what's going on. But I digress. What's interesting about the position that Daniel is taking here is the studios themselves have told us, the gamers, to go pound sand. Which is what led me to conjure the phrase, propaganda over profit. But clearly, according to you, Daniel, I must be totally wrong. But let's move on to the next idiotic statement. I promise I didn't alter this guy's name, by the way. He actually calls himself this. Oh, this is too good. Khalif Positivity Peddler Adams has this to say. Prune all your gardens. Push out bad actors. Prepare your teams for the current conversation zeitgeist. Give your community and social teams autonomy and resources to battle against toxicity. Relay how all of this can impact, and get this, the bottom line early to investors. That part makes me laugh. And the reason why is that it's like he's trying to explain how to let the investors down easy. Like, he needs to emotionally prepare his investors for the impending bankruptcy they're about to experience. It's just so funny how he words this because I'm imagining a scenario where he's gently explaining to an investor that the $100 million investment is to develop a game that no one wants, that will simultaneously antagonize the majority demographic, and that the investor should just prepare for the worst. Now, what is any sane investor going to say to that, right? I expect them to say, I don't know, something along the lines of, I'm not hearing a whole lot of positivity here, Mr. Adams. In fact, all I'm hearing is negativity. What I'm hearing, Mr. Adams, is a sucking sound. The sound of a vacuum sucking my investment straight into the abyss. That's what I'm imagining. Anyway, so what else do we have? Oh yes, Vida. Vida the Carpathian. Vida seems to agree with Mr. Negativity as she responds with this. What Cause said, but also uplift the good eggs, protect and support those who need it. Twitter has never been this full of accounts who are peddling hate 24/7, but it's still where a lot of the good parts of the games community happen. Prune your gardens and let flowers grow. Aww, doesn't that sound just so serene? Oh, you indelible delight, Vida. You're just filled with sprinkles, unicorns, and happy feelings. But don't get too high on her positive vibes just yet, fam, because the weeds that need pruning in this little proverb of hers is us. Remember, we're peddling hate 24/7. And, yeah, heaven forbid the dominant demographic air our collective grievances with an industry that has decided to completely ignore what we want in our games. It's like going to a restaurant, ordering a steak, and the chef says, no, you don't want that steak. You want cold oatmeal. And they spit in their office chairs, stunned, absolutely flabbergasted that we are not paying for the cold oatmeal. Now, Vida doesn't stop there, by the way. No. She continues to stick her foot further into her mouth with this statement. Getting bigots out of your communities is a band-aid and not a permanent solution. Whoa, time out. Slow down there, Hitler. That sounds a little Nazified if you ask me. Permanent solution? Yikes. But I digress. Let's continue. Modeling desired behaviors and championing the kinds of community members you want to be the majority in your community takes effort and time. The majority. Did you catch that, by the way? You want to be the majority in your community. They want their people to be the majority. They want it because they are not the majority. They're the minority. But again, I digress. I continue. Start early. Practice often. Small steps are steps, too. Speaking of steps, Vida, I'm willing to bet that men, and probably the general public at large, when they see you, take plenty of steps away from you. Far away from you. Vida, out of curiosity, do you like cats? No reason. Now is the time when you, my dear viewer, will start to see the veil slipping a bit with these next comments. It gets way more obvious from here on out. Vida says something even more deranged with this comment. Something that continues to surprise me about influencer management is, while I repeatedly and vocally insist to agencies that they should pitch us diverse creators for paid initiatives, the initial deck proposal I get almost every single time is wall-to-wall white men. Do better, she says. Wait, are you getting talking points from Jason Objectivity is Not My Thing Schreier? Vida, you wear that misandry like fine mink. Now, there are a couple of comments she makes that I'll flash on the screen here for you to pause and laugh at. But in the interest of saving some time and, really to cut to the chase, here's one final comment that seals the deal. Here it comes. All I do at work is befriend everyone on the writing team, so I can tell them to make every character gay every time it's feasible to bring up. More than often than you think, she says. A little wink, wink, shrug, shrug, if you know what I mean. She also says it's called direct action. Oh, well, thank you for filling us in. Now, if you recall, Daniel over here clearly suggested that we're delusional. Remember, delusional stuff about DEI is what he said, and we harbor a conspiracy-focused narrative. But wait a minute. I thought Vida just explicitly told us she encourages the writers to make all of the characters in her games gay. That sounds pretty conspiratorial if you ask me. I mean, I'm confused, Vida. I'm confused. Tell me what to think. After all, I'm just a right-wing Christian conspiracy theorist who is incapable of conjuring independent thoughts. Now, tell me, what am I supposed to think, Vida? Slay me, queen. Slay me. These people are fantastic. Now, here's the closing thoughts. Here's some closing thoughts on the entire video here. I don't think they know what to do anymore. I think personally, in my humble opinion, I deserve better Psy Ops. We collectively deserve better Psy Ops. I mean, if you're going to try to Psy Op us, Vida and Daniel and Positivity Peddler Adams, could you at least make your lies a bit more believable? I mean, if you're going to be deceitful, at least, conceal it a bit more. I mean, is that too much to ask? I demand better Psy Ops. That's all. I demand better lies. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. If you did, please like and subscribe. Pass it to everyone that you know, people that you like, people that you don't like. Vida, I want to hear your comments down below. Come on over. Let me have it. I want to hear what you have to say, Vida. Really, bring your cats with you. And until next time, everybody, have fun.